God's name. Standing before a burning bush, Moses receives his mission to lead the Israelites out of Egypt to worship in the desert, and from there to bring them to a land flowing with milk and honey. Exodus 3:17. Although on fire, the bush that Moses saw was not consumed. Exodus 3:2. In commenting on this passage, Bishop Barron explains that the fire represents God's life, God's uncreated existence, God as being who is not in competition with our created being, who does not want to destroy created being, but rather desires not only to sustain the existence of all creation, but also to transform and elevate all of creation. According to Revelation, this transformation, this perfection of creation, will be fully realized at the end of time, when divine fire will bring about a new heavens and a new earth, by not replacing the old heavens and earth, but rather by actualizing all its potential. When assigning Moses to the role of leader and mediator, God reveals his name in two ways: personally, as related to us, and as existence itself. Petrie distinguishes these two ways as God revealing himself immanently and God revealing himself transcendently. The first personal and immanent revelation is when God tells Moses, "I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." Exodus 3:6. Here, God is defined in relationship to the patriarchs, to the originating father figures of the Hebrew people. The second, transcendent revelation of the divine name brings out how God is totally different from any other originating father. God reveals this to Moses with, "I am who I am." These words, writes St. Thomas Aquinas, teach that the existence of God is his essence itself, which can be said of no other. As understood by Aquinas, the essence of something is what it is, while the existence of something is that it is. No created being can rightly claim to have an existence that is equivalent to its essence, since it once was in the mind of God as an idea and not yet existing. The Hebrew words for God's essential name is Yeh, Aser, Yeh. Exodus 3:14. Translating these words accurately is difficult, since biblical Hebrew, unlike modern Hebrew, only has two tenses: a perfect tense signifying a completed action, and an imperfect tense signifying uncompleted action. Often, imperfect tenses are translated into future tense. Perfect tenses are translated into past tense. Sometimes, depending on the context, the imperfect tense will be translated into present tense, and a tense that does not exist in biblical Hebrew. For this reason, the imperfect tense of the verb to be in Exodus 3:14 is usually translated into the present tense. Some English translations, though, translate Exodus 3:14 into a future tense, or to be fair, into both tenses. I am will be, what I am will be. Exodus 3:14. The various ways of translating this verse all can be seen as complementary of one another and not in contradiction, since the essential teaching is that only God can say I am in an unqualified sense, as someone who has no past, has no beginning, and has no end. For this reason, explains Miller, God's essential name, I am, is only used in the Bible since only God can say he exists in a totally unqualified sense with I am. Only God is in the eternal now. All other times in the Bible, God is referred to as Yahweh, he is, which is often, out of respect for God, substituted with the all-capitalized Lord, or in Hebrew by substituting the vowels of Lord, Adonai, for the vowels of Yahweh that lie underneath the consonants, the origin of the mispronunciation of the name as Jehovah.